All right, I think we are live. So, hello everybody, and if you don't know who I am yet, my name is Christian Martinson. I am the director of FYOP, and I happen to be in my house. I'm actually in a closet at the moment. We are celebrating the birth of our first daughter and our third child, Eloise Lily Martinson. She was born on Saturday, and I am working from home today, as you can see in my work attire. And the safest place in my house to have a video call like this is in my closet. It does have a window, which is nice. So anyway, that's where I'm at, and so excuse the informality, but most students actually appreciate their their staff getting a little bit real with things. So anyway, tonight, if I'm not actually expecting a whole lot of people to log on and see this, because we have posted and made available so many resources already, but we've had quite a few students that are a little late in the game and getting the information and making a last-minute decision. So we do want to make just ourselves available for you to be able to ask questions and get all your answers to things that you are needing before you make your all-important decision of what you're going to do with your next year. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to spend a couple minutes sharing about just the admissions process of what the program offers you, and then any questions you still have, I'm going to be looking at the Facebook wall for you to ask your questions there. So if you happen to be in the Google Hangout itself, you can post questions there, but most of you should be watching this via YouTube from the link that I posted on the Facebook site. So this will also be available after the fact, after it's not live anymore, but you can post after the fact any questions you still have, and we'll get to those pretty quickly as we can. So let me go ahead and talk a little bit about the admissions process, and while I'm talking, feel free to post questions on the Facebook wall. Also, be sure to watch the video that we made last week of former FYOP students. Hannah and myself interviewed a girl named Hannah and a gentleman named Jared, who are currently FYOP students. Actually, Hannah is still completing her first year. Jared started at the same time Hannah did, but he got an early invitation to Moody in January because of some open spots, and so we wanted to give you kind of a couple different perspectives of the types of things that students did during the year and what can happen just because you're in the program. So that is on your Facebook group wall. So please feel free to watch that. And we asked them a bunch of other questions and went over some of the frequently asked questions of the program. And yeah, so feel free to follow up with anything you saw on that video or on the FAQ or anything random. Post those on the wall, and I will get to those in a few minutes. So I don't have a whole lot to add to any of that, but basically on the admissions criteria, the video that we posted with Hannah and Jared was somewhat of a generic video of all FYOP students. If you're watching this video, you are actually in what's called the FYOP 1+3 program, which means that you are, hold on one second, I'm realizing that I never plugged in my microphone, and you might be getting some background noise. Hopefully that's a little better. You're in the 1+3 program, which means you are 100% guaranteed to get into Moody the following year after the program, as long as you fulfill the requirements of the FYOP program, which is to have a 3.0 GPA and to complete all the requirements of the FYOP curriculum, which means that you've done all the courses that we have you do. And that means you've done an internship throughout the year, and that you've completed this FYOP course. None of these things are all that complicated or hard or heavy. They're not necessarily any harder than what any other Moody student or online student does. However, we do want you to complete a full year of courses, for one, so that you can show us that you have the ability to perform at a certain academic standard, and it gives you the feel of what a school workload is like throughout the year. Many people think that online is somehow, well, some people think it's less work, some people think it's more work. Whichever kind of camp you might be coming from, the reality is that online classes and on-campus classes at Moody have about the same amount of work. The only I guess you could call it a benefit that you have with not being on campus is that you're not going to spend 3 hours a week in every class. Sometimes some of them are 4 hours a week. They're a 4-credit class in the classroom. You'll be spending the time doing other things, and obviously you'll have access to our online learning management software program called Blackboard, and that's where you're going to be doing your interacting. Now, you've seen the other information that we've posted about how the online courses work and that sort of thing. You're obviously going to have interaction with professors, other students, some mentors in the program. But the big key that you're going to need to understand with the program is that the 29 credit hours that we have, you have to take the credits that we've got for you. If you've got previous transfer credit that you transfer in, you don't have to take that class if that transfer credit you have is equivalent to one of the classes we have in the program. We'll switch it out for you to another course, but you need to let us know that you have that transfer credit so that we can do that. There's no rush on that right now, just so you know. You're not going to have to, let's say you had a literature or a writing class. We have both research writing and college writing are 2 requirements in the FYOP program. So if you've got something that could count for that, let us know, and we'll switch that out to another course for you. But you can't take less than the amount of credits that we have, because the requirement is that you're completing a full year worth of credits. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So the 3.0 GPA, honestly, I don't know, if some students think that sounds low, some think it sounds high. I can assure you that if you are really diligent and you put the effort into your classes, the fact that you are even here and offered FYOP 1+3 means that this is completely doable. I have yet to see a student that really asserts themselves that hasn't been able to attain that. My staff for the FYOP program, our mentors, everyone involved, even the professors, are fully invested in you guys getting through. So the fact that if you don't hit that mark, I can pretty much assure you that there's something going on a commitment level, much more than just you know, an academic or an IQ level, if you may. So I encourage you guys to be encouraged, I encourage you to be encouraged. How about that? I encourage you to stay you know, expectant that you're going to be in Chicago the following year. We did not have, so far, we're still finishing this this current year, but so far it looks like every 1+3 student that has committed themselves to finish the classes is going to be here on campus in the fall. We've had, every year we have a few students that decide to you know, cease taking classes throughout the year, or they transfer to another school because they realize, hey, I want to do something else. Moody isn't for me, or Bible college isn't for me, or ministry isn't for me, or I just need more time, or I've got an opportunity. Some students actually took time off to do missions work and other things in the midst of it, and they just said, hey, this is actually, the Lord's used the FYOP program for the first semester, it was great, and now I actually think I want to do this for a while before deciding whether I want to come to Moody or some other school, finish out a degree program. So the beauty is that the feedback that we get is always outstanding. Students, regardless of where they're at, where they're living, what they plan to do, always find this program to be completely beneficial for them. Now, we understand also that this program isn't for everybody, and we're not trying to convince you to do it, but we do think that oftentimes students just kind of factor out online because they don't like the idea of it. They prefer the classroom, and obviously we know you do, and that's what we're trying to do, is to get you here to Chicago. But it is a much different dynamic than most people think when they think of typical online learning. We add some really cool elements to the mix, and you do get to come here on campus twice for 2 weeks during the year. You get to interact with the FYOP students. You become, you know, really good friends with these guys, and it's actually developing quite a dynamic culture, and really helps students transition on the campus. We found that the FYOP students tend to be more successful and better trained skill-wise, study-wise, just maturity level-wise as Moody students than our standard students that got admitted first thing of their freshman year. So be encouraged. We also just want to be explicit that you are not a second-rate Moody student. The admissions process is not a perfect process, and you guys are you're incredible. That's why we want you here at Moody. That's why we've guaranteed you a spot here in Chicago if you finish this program, and we want you here. The reality is that Moody is the most competitive Bible school in the country, and we have a waiting list. Most Bible schools do not have waiting lists, and it's just the reality of kind of the blessing that we have to carry as Moody Bible Institute, is that we have a very tedious process of deciding who we admit into the campus. And one of the beauties of the FYP program is that we kind of are able to offer students that we think are amazing, but we just don't have space for right now, a spot the following year. So I want to clear that up. You guys are in a special echelon of students that are guaranteed a spot. There are students in the general FYOP program. So essentially, we admit a number of students into FYOP. All of them are, of course, on our top tier of applicants that did not get into Chicago. You guys are the very top layer, the 1+3, guaranteed to get in if you complete the program. Then the next group, they're allowed to reapply at the end of the year. And they're, because of what the program offers them, they get a number of huge advantages on their reapplication process that gives them excellent odds of getting in the program. And so yeah, that's the situation that you guys are in, and I'm happy to answer any questions about that. But just to review, the program completion for you guys to be guaranteed to get in is to get that 3.0 GPA, to complete all the courses, which is 29 credit hours. You can see the exact courses that you'll take in the FAQ that I posted on the Facebook site and that we also emailed to you. And then the internship. We've discussed the internship piece. It is not a, you don't get credit in terms of college course credit for it. What we're doing in this, you'll have another internship that you complete in your actual degree program with Moody. What we want you to do is actually find an internship that helps you confirm and hone the ministry call and skills that you want to be studying at Moody, ideally. So if you want to go in the youth ministry, we want you to find a youth ministry internship for the year that you're at home. If you want to do pastoral type of thing or a music ministry, we want you to find a ministry that you can get involved in, whether it's a church or a parachurch ministry, or maybe something you're already doing ministry-wise on your own. We had a couple guys last year that were involved in Christian bands that did a lot of playing kind of evangelistically at different events, and then they also would put on a number of events throughout the year purely for evangelism's sake, and they were able to use what they were already doing, vamp it up a bit for an internship, and then obviously with the reflection, and they had to find excuse me, an internship supervisor that we would require you to find, someone that can oversee the whole thing that you're doing and give you some kind of fatherly or motherly input and direction while you're doing that. And so it's been great, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback from students that have said that this is really what made their year and helped them to really confirm whether they really did indeed want to come to Moody. Most of them still did, but then a number of them were like, this was an amazing experience, and I just realized, you know what, I didn't want to do what I thought I wanted to do. Some of them still came to Moody, they switched majors, but because of the internship they realized, you know what, I don't actually think I want to do youth ministry, I want to do such and such or whatever. So it's just a great opportunity for you to do that. You're not getting college credit for it, but you do have to complete the internship and provide the reflections and things along the way that we require, and the sign-off from your supervisor that you've done the stuff. We're going to give you all of those details. We don't want to bombard you with info now, but so it's not going to be quite as intense as internship that you'll be doing while you're finishing your program here at Moody, but it is something that we require as part of the program to just strengthen your year and get you involved doing ministry while you're at home or wherever you're at during the FYP program. So that's pretty much it. feel free to ask me any questions. Let me go over here to the Facebook site and see if anyone is posting. Well, actually, I'm going to use my phone and see if anyone has posted some questions. All right. And nothing so far. All right. Well, I'm going to hang here for a few more minutes. If you guys have any questions, you can post it straight to the Facebook site. And my computer's being a little weird, not wanting me to go to Facebook. All right. Well, I don't see any questions. I will hang tight a few more minutes. No questions. Well, maybe we're doing a great job answering everything you guys needed. The main thing again tonight, guys, was that we just wanted to be really clear about the admissions process, that you guys are absolutely guaranteed to get in to Chicago at the completion of the program, and because that's something in the videos that we didn't get explicitly clear with. So hopefully that answered all your questions. We're going to continue to be here. You know, we have our call center that's always available for you guys to call in and speak with someone directly. If you haven't talked with a Moody Distance Learning representative, please, please, please give us a call and ask to talk to someone. Even if you're almost positive that you're going to do something else, we just really want you guys to get that interaction and really get a clear view of what the FYP program is like. Most students coming out of high school have no clue of what online learning is. They have a horrible idea of what this whole program could look like, and it really is much different than most people think. And again, it's not for everyone, but it is something that a lot of people that didn't think they were going to be hugely impacted and blessed by it are. So please contact us if you haven't talked to someone, and if you already have but have further questions or just want to process some things again, give us a call. You can call the main number at Moody. What is that number? 312-329-4000. So that's the main number at Moody Bible Institute. Then you can be asked to be transferred to admissions, or you can call the Moody Distance Learning number, which is 1-800-758-6352, or you can email admissions@moody.edu or mdl@moody.edu. Again, you can also Facebook us. We love the Facebook. So on this page that most of you are probably on right now, because you wouldn't have found the link otherwise, you can Facebook any questions you have. And also, if I know that there's I believe a $350 deposit for the program. If that is something that's making you have any hesitations, or there's a financial issue with getting that in for your matriculation and for your your confirmation that you're going to do the program, please let us know, and we'll see if there's anything we can do to potentially give a little extra time there to the May 1st deadline. So again, bless you guys, and let me just pray as we finish up here, and yeah, we'll call it a night, and feel free to throw any questions as you have them. Father, I just thank you for these amazing students, and with all that's going on in this day and age, and people studying all over the planet, both online and on campuses, and doing so many new and amazing things in so many different fields. I thank you, God, that at Moody we get to come across some of the most gifted and called young men and women on the planet, and that we particularly get to train men and women that feel called to give their lives to serving you, and to being trained in your word. as they mature and grow into their call and to their giftings, Father. I pray that we continue to house and to steward the responsibility we have at Moody to diligently find and admit the best students. And I thank you for what FYOP has done so far in being a bridge for this imperfect system. And I pray just for every single one of these students that's making a major life decision. I pray your peace would just infiltrate all of them, and your wisdom would invade them. Give wisdom to their parents, their friends, their pastors, and every person that speaks into their life, and just give them just just an all-consuming awareness of your involvement, your love, your care, and your compassion for them as they make this decision. I just ask that, Father, that whatever happens in whatever way in their future, Lord, that you would just continue to fuel the passions that you've put inside of them. And Lord, that you would just continue to give us wisdom and insight on how to do what we do at distance learning well, and that we can continue to prepare students as they either come to Moody or go wherever they go and do ministry for the rest of their days. So, Father, I just thank you for this opportunity to chat a little bit and ask that the oncoming weeks and decisions go really well. In Christ's name, amen. All right, so I'm going to sign off here tonight, guys. Feel free to contact us like I said, and hopefully talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.